Merry Meetings. With today's reading we start off with the path card. And I feel with this card it's talking about us going over kind of a rocky area. So this means that things aren't easy, there's no major obstacles in the way, but it's just little bumps and stuff in the road that we're travelling down. Then we have the element of fire, and that's asking us to look at these bumps in the road and look at them closely to try and understand what they are and why they are there in the first place. Some might just be random bumps in the road that we can't do anything about, but there's some, they're there for a reason, and it's those ones that we need to look at. Then we have the 8 of Earth, and this is asking us to look at how we can use these bumps in the road to help us build something. Depending on what they are, will affect how we use them, and how they can be used. I feel there's a really good chance at some form of transformation within this reading. And that transformation is going to open up so much more opportunities and things that we are able to do. Then we have the showing card, and this is kind of saying that there's going to be times where we need to let things happen as they need to happen. Kind of a feeling of following the wind. We don't know quite where it's pulling us or where we're going, but there's enough of that indication for us to be able to follow it. And the card's saying that there will be times where we have to let that happen. The consequences for not doing so could have a drastic effect and create problems further down the line. Then we go down to the 9 of Fire. And this is talking about if things do go wrong, those little bumps in the road can build up, becoming obstacles. And this could affect the path that we take. We may have to change direction, find different ways round. This could take longer and take more from us. It's also saying it's not too late for us to find a way through that was originally planned for us. We just have to have a little bit of trust on the path that we're on. This of course relates back to the last card that says like have that intuition and follow that little tug that you get. Then we go to the 1 of Air, and this is saying that we need to pay attention to the things around us because they could play a role in this journey that we're on. And it's probably going to be like everyday objects, things that we take for granted and don't really notice. It's more going to be things that we use every day, and their role in all of this is going to become quite apparent, but we need to act on it when we do notice it, because their role isn't going to be there for very long. It feels almost like a split second that you have to react to these things. Then we have the Crown of Fire, and I feel she's carrying the candle to light the way, coming in as a little bit of wisdom, and I feel this is a mixture of wisdom that we have and we have gathered through life, as well as kind of external wisdom coming in from the spirit world and from the universe. So it's worth keeping an eye out for that, because I feel like that's going to come in every now and again, and by using a combination of these two forms of knowledge, we'll be able to get over a lot of obstacles and stop a lot more obstacles from arising. Then we finish with the 7 of Water. This follows on from the Crown of Fire by saying, as well as the wisdom, we need to use common sense. We need to look, evaluate and act upon things accordingly. It's not going to be a case of there's one answer for everything, and if we come across the same situation or a similar situation, then the first answer we use might not be right the second time. So it's saying to us, take everything as it is. Don't use the same approach for everything. We need to learn to be a little bit flexible and adapt. So this reading seems to say there's going to be a few bumps up ahead, but nothing that will stop us.